I don't, man, they ass ain't better than nobody.
I totally agree.
I'm gonna be serious too many Africans.
On Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had to 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get admitted, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
But just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up in
you stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, and it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I'm still playing my post. Taking the rim like Jesus. Don't run with too many people. Facts, I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my taxes. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap, cracking the sky. Nuclear missiles are making it official, I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
compare who you used to be to who you are now. It's amazing to see. It ain't an embarrassing thing. It's a good thing to see, man. Like you can see how you was in the world, and then you start looking at the pictures. It's almost like this transformation, and you just look like a kid to a man. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be proud of. Don't even sweat it. Like a lot of I used to do that same thing. I was like, man, I look goofy as hell in the world, man. Look like a little geek type dude, man, a little preppy dude. But like, it's a beautiful thing to see the transformation. And what's cool is other people can see it. Because y'all, it's gonna be a day and time when you're gonna be sitting where I'm at. There's gonna be some cats sitting right there where you at, and they gonna be like, man, how do I get to be like you? I don't know. Like, shit, man, I used to be like you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, that transformation, man. Like the scriptures say, you become a new creature. You know what I'm saying? But Shalom Israel. This is ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Halton, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. This is Officer 5000, the Shock Mayatha for the Thursday night scripture breakdown. As you see in the title, we getting into this map. It's an acronym, MAP. What's that stand for? Minor Attracted Persons. I had to go through that drill in my mind about 12 times so I could say it, because it sounds so damn weird. So like, but it sounds weird as hell. But that's the new gender now. So the question is, what new gender is this for? It's the gender. Like, okay, what do I mean by that? What you mean, Shot? What I mean is, this gender has been created just like asexual, transgender. Give me some more now, y'all. Pronouns. What's your pronoun?
Cisgender.
Cisgender. Yep, that's the one. That's what transgenders call women. They call them cisgender. Give me some more.
Gender fluid.
Gender fluid.
Trans-age people.
Trans age, very good.
You
Yeah.
got transhuman.
Transhuman.
You got asexual, bisexual.
Asexual. Yep. Bisexual. So these are the names that look, we know them.
Queer.
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 And I think you can say gay now.
Somebody, what is a queer?
Queer is the same definition as gay. Like it's like literally back in the day, like say like from 1990 on back, they probably, well, I say 80s, they used to call you queer. There used to be a game we used to play as kids called Smear the Queer. I am not lying. It's you throw the football up because the football, and you run back and forth scoring touchdowns, and you're supposed to tackle the dude with the ball.
Oh,
Like queer was like,
Is that like Pico Smith?
Pico Smith,
that's
yeah.
what we used to call it.
We used to call it Smear the Queer. And that lets you know it was a derogatory term. It was a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught, it's almost like you gay. You know what I'm saying? So we get the ball, bro. I'm not dropping this ball. You know, you hitting, you know, you go ahead up about there's about 10 kids out there. You know what I mean? But that's how derogatory the term was then. And then look all the way till now. Now it's actually a classification in the LGBT what? Q.
Plus QA.
That's what Q is. Q is queer. See that? Now it's accepted. That's how far, that's how, well, I ain't gonna say far. That's how much it's been transformed through the times to be accepted. That's why homosexuality is cool now. It's you can legally get married. So the comparison, like a sexual orientation, like right, there used to be a TV called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Yeah, I remember that. Y'all heard of that? Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. There was a TV show called that. So now let's switch it to what you see now. You're looking at pedophilia. The biggest association that I can think of that was connected to it, that was kind of out there, is an association called NABA, N-A-B-A, National North American Man Boy Association. This being with little boys. Most of these men used to be check the, oh yeah, we good. Most of these men would, you could have a some kind of sexual harassment charge or be a pedophile, get out of jail, and still look to be a part of the association to fulfill your lust, to fulfill that wicked feeling you got. So that was back in 70s and 80s. So now that was like kept low key. As time moves on in America, you legally can marry like children. Like if you're a grown man and if you get married to anywhere, let's say 13 to 16-year-old, you know, the statutory rape is anywhere you having sex with anybody under 18. If you get married to a child, this is in America today, been like this, I think the 90s or 2000s. You can legally get married if you have the permission of the parents. It's been like that. That's been like a loophole, an underground little bootleg under the table law since shit, a long time. You know what I'm saying? I know I've heard of it since like around the 90s and 2000s. So now you turn the page. What are we looking at in 2023? What we're looking at is MAP. We're looking at minor attracted persons. So now they have labeled themselves. They took away a what you call derogatory or negative look on the word of pedophile or pedophilia, because that's what it is. It's wicked, it's evil, and they've tried to replace it with a better name. So now MAP is the name that they want to go by. Now, what I'm gonna share with you real quick is this video. But young man, I want you to read those articles that and give young man a hand, man. Give him a hand. Because he actually had brought this out to me and sent me some articles about it. And I was like, man, this is sick. I didn't know nothing about MAP. And I had actually brought it out of camp, and people were shocked about hearing it. Like nobody really is hearing about these things unless you're in those circles. So I most definitely want to do a class about it. We're going to attach some scriptures to it, showing that how pedophilia is wrong. It's a form of fornication. It's wicked. It's evil. And it's turning our boys into harlots and selling our children, our girls, for a drink. You know, and this is scripture that I just said. So we're going to look at those things. But first, we're going to look at this sick, excuse me, y'all, but this sick-ass white boy, man, I don't even know how to address him, her, is teaching, has actually a degree, is a professor at a college, and is teaching about MAP as a class. And on top of that, had a sex abuse charge, if I'm correct. Some kind of like, is that right, young man? Sexual abuse charge, sex harassment charge. What did he have? He had some kind of something. We'll read about it. Young man about to read it. But this person, even though that they had some kind of charge, sexual charge against them, another school ends up hiring them to be some kind of counselor for sex abuse. This is sick. So let's get to it. Read that article real quick. Read that first. Let me see. Let me get that with you. 1 second. I want you to read. Give me a quick description with that Aline Walker. See that the first one you sent me? Read that first. And then just go in order. Should be a total of 3 of them. All right, let's get a brief description on who this person is.
Alan Walker is or was an assistant professor of sociology and criminal justice at Old Dominion University.
Now, what does it have in parentheses beside his name?
They/them.
They, them. That's his gender. He's a they, them. Keep going. That's his, what they say. What's your pronoun? That's his pronoun. I know the English language, I think they and them are actual pronouns according to the English language. But now that's what this is LGBTQ's classifications on what you classify yourself as. So he's up under that umbrella. So what does that mean? Who is okaying MAP, pedophilia?
Would it be the alternative community?
Yes.
That's what they call themselves.
Yeah, the alternative lifestyle, LGBTQ, because he's up under y'all. He just used they, them. Keep going.
You want me to read the research interest?
You can read born.
Born 1987, age 36. Wrote books, A Long Dark Shadow.
So now he even has books out. This is a professor of sociology and criminal justice, went to Old Dominion University. Has a book out called 2 of them, A Long and Dark Shadow. So this is like supposed to be a distinguished, studious person here that you're supposed to look up to because they got a degree. So keep going.
Like I said, I think that's just one book. It's just how you word it.
Oh, that's all one book? I thought it was 2 because there's a comma right there.
That was thing too. It's so much confusion. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, go to affiliation.
Common. And is affiliated with the Johns Hopkins University. Research interests include mental health.
Includes what?
Mental health.
Includes what?
Mental health.
His research studies is mental health. Now, young man was putting me on game. He was helping me understand this. Now, get me right, young man, if I get confused, because this is very confusing to me. So this is a man that got an operation to become a woman, but then when you see him, he looks like a man or a woman trying to be a man. I hope you just caught up with me. I'm gonna say it again for the people that's confused. That's gonna see this video in the future. Go ahead.
He's basically a man.
So I'm gonna say it again. So this is a man. He was born a man. He transformed himself into a woman, but how he looks like he's trying to be a man. So he did a lap around the track for nothing. He did all this confusion to look like what God made him. That's what we're looking at. And here's the kicker. His research interests, what he studied at Old Dominion, is what again, brother?
It will be sociology and criminal justice.
No, but what did it say at the bottom?
Research interests includes mental health, institutional harm. Go ahead. Queer criminology.
What?
Queer criminology.
One more time.
Queer criminology.
I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't.
This man studied queer criminology. What that is, I don't know. You Google it. Because that's how confusing this world is now. Go ahead.
It would be, and it also includes abolition.
Abolition. So that's a brief description of Alan Walker, the person that we're talking about this evening. Now let's go to the next one.
Old Dominion University students who support this petition are in agreement that Dr. Alan Walker's an assistant professor of sociology and criminal justice at ODU views about minor attraction are unacceptable, and we want them removed from ODU staff.
Now, read the very top. What's that say?
Why this petition matters.
Now, this is a description of a petition that's going against Alan Walker because of his beliefs about MAP, minor attracted persons, okaying pedophilia. Basically, he's saying that you can be attracted to children as long as you don't actually do the act. They can't help themselves. It should be understood. That's why he's coming with minor attracted persons. Keep reading.
Dr. Walker uses the term MAP, which is an umbrella term for minor attracted persons. We want to be clear that this is pedophilia and should not be considered a sexual preference.
Read that part. Read that sentence again.
We want to be clear that this is pedophilia and should not be considered a sexual preference.
So they let you know this pedophilia label is trying to become a sexual preference, just like we said at the beginning of the class, asexual, bisexual, you name it, pronouns, all that. All right, keep going.
Being that they teach in sociology and criminal justice department makes us worried their views will affect the next generation in a negative way.
Read that again. Read this sentence. Listen to this real clear. Read it.
Being that they teach in the sociology and criminal justice department.
Read that part again.
Being that they teach in the sociology and criminal justice department.
Hold right there. In sociology and in the criminal justice department, they are teaching MAP. They are teaching that you can't help but to be attracted to young people, to children. That's a feeling that it's okay to have. You can't help it. Like you schizophrenic. Remember, he's supposed to be, his studies is part mental illness, mental health. So it's like you being bipolar, schizophrenic. What's another mental illness? Tourette syndrome. These are things that people's brains is like, it's a chemical imbalance. It's a hormonal imbalance. They can't help that. they're trying to say being a pedophile is the same thing. And that's what they're teaching in sociology and criminal justice. These departments. That's what this person is teaching. Go ahead.
Department Mesa's worried their views will affect the next generation in a negative way.
They worry about the next generation being affected. It's happening now. This is happening now. These people are being affected right now. Pretty soon, pedophilia is going to be legal in America. Let's go to the next
one. Johns Hopkins Child Sex Abuse Center hires trans professor.
Say that one more time, man.
Johns Hopkins Child Sex Abuse Center hires trans professor.
Now, he gets booted out of Old Dominion. Then he goes to Johns Hopkins University. And what happens? Read again.
Johns Hopkins Child Sex Abuse Center hires trans professor, age 34, who was forced to resign from Virginia school for defending, and they got that in all caps, defending pedophiles as minor attracted persons.
Read that one more time. Hey, hook up. Go ahead. Hook up the HDMI.
Johns Hopkins Child Sex Abuse Center hires trans professor, age 34, who was forced to resign from Virginia school for defending pedophiles as minor attracted persons.
So now he goes to Johns Hopkins and starts his sex abuse center. And now he's defending pedophiles as minor attractive persons. So, go ahead, brother.
Like I said, if I could. And it's crazy because when they said they hired him, he was 34. Now when you look him up, he is 36. So he's been teaching this with nobody's knowledge for 2 years straight.
Good point there, brother. So the brother is saying that this man been teaching this for about 2 years straight. So this person has been doing this for a long time. Now, the water brother for those articles. Let's go. Let me share some with y'all real quick. I want y'all to check this out. Let me go back. Select. Hold on 1 second.
Wow. That's so disgusting.
Give me a second.
That's a sick bastard.
Yes, it is. Y'all give me y'all opinion while I'm setting this up. What's y'all opinion on this here?
He's sick.
Right.
Brother.
He like little boys, man. He doing all that because he like little boys.
Bottom line. That's I could have said it no better, brother. You right.
And also,
go ahead.
He got a book. Yeah, y'all read it? You heard about the book?
What we just seen, Dark Shadow, Lonely. Yeah, he got a book about it.
So he interviewed more than 40 adults who
you got something on that? Go ahead, read it.
It said, last year, Walker entered the public eye after publishing a book in June called Long Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted People in Their Pursuit of Dignity. The book focused on preventing sexual abuse against children and featured interviews with more than 40 adults who admitted to being sexually attracted to minors.
Now, see, he got a book about it. So guess what every pedophile is about to go grab?
That book.
They're going to go get that book. Why? See if y'all get this part. Why?
To learn how to do it.
There you go. Give him a hand. That's it. This is your manual on how to be a sexual pedophile legally. Now, everybody's going to fall up under the umbrella of what? Maps. So now, who had the first protection?
Alan Walker.
Would it be the so-called alternative lifestyle?
Yes, the LGBTQ. They had the first. They fought for their little protection. So now it said itself that he's up under the umbrella Who you think that? What you think that umbrella is? That's the LGBTQ. So now, MAPS, if you're a pedophile, MAPS is going to be your protection when you want to be a pedophile.
New at 5:30, an Old Dominion University professor is taking a lot of heat. Alan Walker said the word pedophile shouldn't be used to refer to people who are attracted to children because it comes with a stigma.
Walker also said people can be attracted to children without acting on it. Dana Smith has more on what the professor said and the response from Walker and the community.
The controversy surrounding Old Dominion University professor Dr. Alan Walker centers around their argument that not everyone who is attracted to children.
Wait a minute. Y'all see this dude? He, him, she, it, whatever it is. Remember what I said. This was a man at first. Turns himself into a woman. You tell me, I'm not going to say nothing. You tell me, what, if you seen this thing, what would you think it was? First glance. It's a man. Now, pay attention. I'm about to play this.
Will abuse children.
It isn't actually a choice. So people are just born with this condition.
In an interview with the Prostasia Foundation, Walker said the term minor attracted people, or MAPS, should be used to describe people who are attracted.
We'll go back just
or
a little
MAPS
bit. I want
should
y'all
be
to see
used
something.
to describe people who are attracted. Prostasia Foundation.
This is a support group, y'all. Look, it says MAPS Support Club. Get help. This is like, you need to learn how to deal with what you have. This isn't like, this is wrong, you can't be this. This is, let us teach you how to cope with this. Let us show you the right way, how to deal with this. Look at the picture. The picture right there is showing somebody consoling somebody like, I don't know what's wrong with me. My name is Jenny and I have a problem. Look at that. And at the bottom left, you see the bottom left? That's that. But look though, that looked like a man. Look at it closer. It looked like a man in a little boy costume, like he's Superman.
That's even worse.
He's trying to learn how to be free. Yeah, this sickness right here, bro. Y'all talking about America's falling economically, racially, and man, systematically. This is a systematic oppression right here. Because guess who's going to be the victim of this here?
Kids.
Our kids. You know who's the biggest? Okay, with these sex trafficking, this sex traffic trade that makes billions of dollars a year. Guess who kids is on the market? The most. Anybody?
Would it be the kids of Israel?
Israel, specifically who though?
Blacks or Hispanic.
Our Hispanic brothers and sisters. We in there too. Native, and let's not even talk about the Native Indian, man. They go on the reservations, snatch them little girls up, abuse them, and literally throw them in the ditch. You find them dead. They've been doing that to them. Now, when you start looking at these sex slave trades, man, it's most of these Hispanic and brothers, Hispanic children, which are our brothers and sisters, our children. They are the most victims. They are the most used as the product. We're their product. Our children are their product. Our children are the product of abortions. That's when I say product, we're like how they get paid. They feed off us. When they try to convince our sisters to get abortions and brothers put pressure on them to get abortions, they not only make money from the government for having the abortions, then they take pieces of the babies, get the stem cells out of them, sell them to hospitals for research, and then the hospitals sell it to people that got nerve damage, and they make money off of it. They just used us like we were lamb, like meat, like crops. They do the same thing with the sex slave trade. They say that one child, okay, the sex slave trade dominates the drug trade. The drug trade, I can give you this drug, you hit it, boom, you got to come back. I might have some more, I might not. But you got this one, you hit it, and you smoke it up, that's it, you got to come back. The way the sex slave trade works is they take a child. That child can be flipped 5 times in a day. A person can have sex with that child 5 times. Now you multiply that times a week. Multiply that times a month. Multiply that times a year. That's 1. It's killing the drug trade. That's why they're making billions of dollars off our babies. Now, how is this tie into pedophilia? It's finna be legal. The sex slave trade finna be legal. Them having sex with our children is finna be legal. Look at it, man. We was talking about what Sexy Red is doing, right? And then who's it affect the most? All that trifling stuff that Sexy Red does, who does it affect the most?
The kids.
Specifically who? The girls.
Like
The little girl's gonna end up being just as trifling and nasty as Sexy Red. And guess who's gonna pick them up?
the so-called maps.
Maps, white supremacy, they gonna snatch all them up. They're going straight in the pipeline. See how this stuff works? And then look at this. Look at that picture. That picture is showing you like this is just a problem they have and they need help. As soon as you give them help and she gives them the book, now they know how to deal with their attraction. So pretty soon it's gonna be legal. So now we ain't gotta just snatch the kids up. They right there, it's legal. I can marry this 10-year-old. Because trans age says what? If I'm 40,
You can become a 14-year-old.
I can say I'm 14. We should be married. She's 10. You talking about confusion. Let me go and finish this for y'all.
Walker said the term minor attracted people or MAPS should be used to describe people who are attracted to children.
It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile.
You hear how he talking? That just messed you up. You thought he gonna talk like this, right? You thought he gonna sound like this? Nah, bro. This is MAPS. That's what y'all was expecting. Nah, he talk like this.
A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
But not everyone sees it that way.
We'll run that back.
People, it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they
That's true. El Paso School District Board of Trustees voted today to unanimously begin the termination process of English teacher Amber Parker. ABC 7
It comes with a
Hey, thought she was gone, didn't you? I got
Walker also said people can be attracted to children without acting.
Let me get to
And
where
Old Dominion
like-
that not everyone. University professor
Well, gotta hear what
Dr.
he
Alan
say.
Walker
He say-
centers around their argument that not everyone
He's
who is
basically
attracted to
saying,
children
let me get you to hear this right, because see, this is how people are going to try to make it normal or try to make it seem like, well, these aren't actually pedophiles. These are just people that are attracted to them. They're attracted to them. These aren't people that actually want to do it. Yes, they are. They're attracted to them. You're going to give them a book on how they need to cope with their attraction. They're not going to stop being attracted because you're saying it yourself. You say they born like that. You telling me when they buy themselves, okay, people that are drug addicts, what's the only way they get off drugs?
Move them away from drugs.
Stop. Cold turkey.
Y'all are both right. You got to take that person totally out of the environment, and then they have to stop. They got to get sick. Their body going to be craving it. They're going to be shaking. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be craving it. So they can't be in the same environment. Dope boys stay right down the street or right next to them, and it's in arm's reach, and they want it, and you expecting them not to take it? No, they got to get totally about the environment. They cannot do it, and they can't ever do it again. So it's the same thing as a pedophile. You got to be taken out that situation. You cannot do it at all, and you got to be told to stop. This is wrong. The way you're thinking is wrong. You can't do this at all. It's not accepted.
It's a lot, man. One of the scariest parts about it is I just thought of, if they actually find a way to really make this legal, like fully 100% legal, that would mean a lot of registered sex offenders wouldn't have to register no more.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be able to keep up with these people
because it's gonna be legal. All they gotta say is, man, well, I'm just attracted to him. Because see, this is the first step. They try to make it seem like it's simple. No, this is just opening up the window, opening up the door. So once they open the door and they start having all these treatments and systems set up for pedophiles to go into, you can just play the role. It's just like you get caught in a drug test. They do a random drug test on you and they catch you for weed at your job. They're gonna take, believe me, I went through it. When I was in the world, I went through it. I smoked a lot. So you go through a random drug test, they catch you in the net, you gotta go to a drug assessment program. You go to this program, you say, no, I'm not gonna smoke anymore. Why you do it? Do you have a craving? Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna play this role so I can get the hell up out of here so I can go and get my job or get my money back. Did I smoke after the assessment class was over? Yes, it was in my car, ready to go. I'm going through the steps so I can what? So I can do what I really want to do. That's the same thing these pedophiles finna do. They're gonna go through this little setup he got set up, so they can go through the motions, look like they're doing the right thing, so they can get what they want to get, so they can have sex with children. What you got? You had your hand up?
Yeah, come on. Also, too, if they legalize this, I can figure out the brothers.
Y'all keep saying if. You need to say when.
When.
They're going to legalize
When
pedophilia.
they legalize this, then they might well let all the pedophiles out of prison.
Oh, no, they can't do that. You know why they can't do that?
Why?
That's money. When they legalize weed, did they let niggas out? Nah. Hell no. They let white people out?
Nah.
Why?
It's money.
It's money. Make money out the prison program now. We can't touch that. That's somebody else's bag. Now your hand in my pocket, player. Hold up. You gonna make money. Look, government, you gonna make money off the weed. That's fine. But hold up. We got private prisons. I got money in there. Every cell that's filled up, I get some bread. You can't take my money. So they can't touch that. Now what they can touch is who? Think about what he just said. The brother just said it. He just said it.
Oh, yeah, you did just say it. It's like the sex offenders.
The ones that's out.
Yeah, no.
Now you got them. You can put them through the system. That's perfect. They just got out of jail. Sex offenders on that list, that pedophile list. Put them through his system. Now they're just good, upstanding citizens that know not to rape children or take advantage. I'll just legally have one. Same as the weed. It's the same thing. All right, I'm going to finish this. We'll get to some scriptures.
Will abuse children.
It isn't actually a choice. So people are just born with this condition.
In an interview with the Prostasia Foundation.
Now, see, that guy is somebody else taking up for him. That's why he's saying that it's a condition. People are born with this. No, this is a sick choice in your damn mind. That's a mental illness, just like homosexuality.
It's a lot of one for the thing. If he could justify, if he could actually try to defend him, that tells us a lot about the man who just defended him.
Exactly. And there's you got to think about it. Where were they at teaching it? College. Now, who run the colleges? White supremacy. They white man, they run it. So obviously, how they see things, white supremacy sees it like you can do whatever you want to do, just don't get caught. If you get caught, you're on your own. Now they gonna have your back for a certain amount of time now, but when you get too much heat, they're gonna fall back. Ask Donald Trump. Everything was cool a week ago. And now you got all that heat on it. They trying to lock you up. A lot of your friends falling back. But now Trump is coming back because he's starting to beat these charges. He's going to be back on top. They're going to make him president. Go ahead.
It's like this also be dangerous for these pedophiles too. Because a lot of people not going to accept you being with their child. They'll want to blow your head off.
Oh, yeah? Just like they blow your head off if you homosexual. If you're a guy and no, you're a father and this dude trying to get with your son. How many murders have we seen about that? What about murders about these mothers and this girl wants to have a relationship with your daughter? How many times the mothers is killing them? Y'all seen any?
No.
Nah. What happened? It kind of got accepted. It got legalized. Marriages. Bro, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be a good amount, a small percentage that's going to be upset with this. But as this world wears you down and grinds you down and beats you up and shows you the same thing over and over and over like a wax song, after a while, what do you start doing when you're bored and you're working? You end up singing that whack ass song.
I could say that.
Yeah, you could say that. Why? Because it's in your brain and you've learned to accept it. You never fought against it. The only way you can fight against it if you're taught that it is morally wrong and never accept it. That's a small percentage of us that will do that, but that's the whole purpose of this class. And people that'll see this video years from now, and maybe it's legal then, and they'll see that, dang, this is what they was talking about way back then. And they said this time was coming. We can't accept this, man, because everybody gonna start accepting it. Look how far it went from legalized gay marriage to look at the LGBTQ now, man. Look what we looking at. Look at the person we looking at right now. That's LGBTQ right there, teaching pedophiles now. All because he wants one at the end of the day, like the brother said.
Walker said the term minor attracted people, or MAPS, should be used to describe people who are attracted to children.
It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
But not everyone sees it that way, including people on campus like Andrew Limbakis, president of the ODU College Republicans.
I'm actually thinking about planning a peaceful protest against Alan Walker.
In the interview, Walker stressed child sexual abuse is never okay. They explained there is a difference between attraction and behavior. Walker said there is no morality attached to attraction because that's something we can't help. The Prostasia Foundation's executive director, Jeremy Malcolm, agrees.
What experts like Dr. Walker are saying is that telling these people that they are inherently bad and doomed to offend is counterproductive.
Criticism about Walker's comments prompted ODU and Walker to release statements over the weekend. The statement from the university reads, "An academic community plays a valuable role in the quest for knowledge. A vital part of this is being willing to consider scientific and other empirical data that may involve controversial issues and perspectives." For their part, Walker said, "Child sexual abuse is an inexcusable crime. The goal of my research is to prevent crime. I embarked on this research in hopes of gaining
Listen to what she's saying. He's saying, I'm trying to tell you, I'm doing this to prevent crime.
Like he just man, he fighting tooth and nail, but he can't control himself, man. He can't fucking control himself.
But what I want y'all to see is how he's doing this. This is going to be legal. He's trying to be like, I'm not going for the criminals. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that there's an attraction these people have. What if that attraction can be controlled? Now, if it can be controlled and they don't just take them and rape them, say per se, what if we just legalize it? They go through my program. They know how to condone themselves. They know how to treat children the proper way. But in order for them to fulfill their attraction, what if they do it the right way? And we make this a marriage. And now this person has to take care. This is a baby step. That's why they say they're not, what do they say about criminals? I think she just said it verbally. They're not trying to go for the criminals. They're not trying to criminalize them. They're trying to teach them. They are baby stepping to making it legal. That's what I got to keep in your mind. They are going to make this legal. This is coming. Go ahead.
It's not a mistake that they sent him to a sexual abuse center.
Exactly.
Who gets sexually abused? Kids.
Exactly.
Some grown people just get sexually abused like that. They give him exactly what he wants to be around kids.
Now exactly. Man, give him a hand, man. That part right there, that's the important part. Now, see, when you said that they ain't put him in there for no reason, they are grooming these kids. Because, see, everybody's thinking about the adult. What is the children being told is being abused? Now, he was just attracted to you. You are very beautiful. He went about it the wrong way. Now, what he should have did was you guys should have went out, had a great time, took you to Kentucky Kingdom, whatever. And guess what that child gonna do? Because that child don't know no better. Guess what that child gonna do? What do we say about playing music constantly that's trash, constantly? What do you start to do?
Like, you gonna believe him.
You gonna start accepting it. Go ahead.
He attracted to him too. Shit, he attracted to him just like the person who was abused by it.
Yeah.
It don't make sense why they would hire him, and they know he attracted to little kids.
Exactly, because they're grooming the children to accept pedophilia, to accept MAP, to accept the fact that this person, they shouldn't have done that to you like this. It should have been done like this. It's still going to get done. They're still going to okay it. But that's a very good point you made, brother.
Understanding of a group that previously has not been studied in order to identify ways to protect children. Dana Smith, 13 News Now.
All right.
New at 5:30.
This would be a perfect scripture to go with this. Psalms 55 and 21. Words out of this mouth was smooth and butter.
So let me move this. Okay. Now, let's get to the solution. All right, we talked about the problem. We see where it's coming from, where it started, how their white supremacy is allowing it. It's going to be the next thing that tears down this society. All right. The whole thing about being in the truth is understanding that we have to live by law. So what? This doesn't happen. This will never happen in the kingdom. The kingdom of heaven that'll be here on earth when Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is in charge the way it's supposed to be. This would never be allowed, ever. Prepare yourself to be put to death if you touch and have sex with one of these children. Even if you touch them. I'm not talking about now. We don't want to put you to death. Whatever. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm a father. I can't, and I'm not okay doing what you do to a man or woman that has abused your child. But I sure don't say I don't feel you. And I'll be real. I don't know what I would do.
That's right.
I don't know what I'd do. I would be locked up. I hope y'all gonna put some money on my books.
Okay.
Cause
Man, be mad.
I'm gonna tell you, man, there's nothing worse than it's different when you're going through some kind of abuse because you like, I'll fight through it. I know how to deal with the punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't talking about just with your hands. I'm talking about with life. You know how to fight through, struggle, go through adversity. But it's different when somebody you love or somebody that's innocent has been put in a situation that they didn't have no control over. And then they've been violated like that. That's a whole different type of pain, different type of fury. You know what I mean? Rage that it's very difficult to fight. Go ahead, bro.
Like, and you know, like we can't. They're gonna try to say we can't defend kids in general, but they can't say we can't defend our own because they pretty sure they'll try to defend theirs. Just one of these so-called maps try to go for their own.
Damn
Try
right.
to push it out just so it can affect our community.
Damn right. Ain't nobody touching these kids in the UPK. I guarantee you that. That's when you will see the men in black pop out. I ain't talking about for aliens. Go ahead. Straight up.
Like it. But also too, like they'll make it to the point. Just say if you do defend your child and you end up, smoking one of these maps, violating your child, they'll say you were problem. You're violent. They're gonna make it that you was wrong for defending your own child.
Yeah, they would. They would actually, because there's a reason why that guy had one of his studies was what?
Mental health
and criminal justice.
Criminal justice. Why criminal justice, man? Why are you studying that?
Been preparing for this for a little while now.
Loopholes, man. He been preparing for that all his life.
You see the game? That's why I say they're going to make this legal, man. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. You're gonna see it. We've been saying in the UPK for years. It ain't just me. It ain't coming from me. This is what I've been taught. They're going to legalize pedophilia, bro. This is how they're gonna do it. So now, what we got to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that is wicked as hell. It's against the Bible, and we can never ever compromise to this. Ain't no accepting this. I don't care how many times they playing it. It's no every single time. All right. I got a couple of scriptures for you, man. I'm gonna hold y'all long, but I want y'all to make sure you put these in your precept book and your notes. Put this under pedophilia, molestation. All right. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 10, 6 through 8. Go there first. Go ahead, whoever get, go ahead and read it, call it out.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 6. Now these things were...
Take on Yaki.
That's a lot. This 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 6. I can get it.
1 Corinthians
10, 6.
10, 6. I'm there with you.
I want you to read 6 through 8.
All right. Verse 6. Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things.
We should what?
Not lust after evil things.
Now start from the top. Read that again. I want you to really pay attention to what these scriptures are saying. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Now these things were our examples.
Now these are the things. What I just showed you are an examples of what not to do. Why? Keep reading.
To the intent we should not lust after evil things.
We cannot lust after evil things. We can't look at pedophilia like that's what we should accept and do because it's wicked. Read.
As they also lust.
That's what they do. That's what the heathens do. That's what this world does. First John 2 and 15. Come out the world because the world will destroy you and your people in it. And in this specific situation, your children are on the line. All right. Let me see. All right. Keep going up.
Come. Verse 7. Neither be ye idolaters.
Idolaters.
Like, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
Now, the idolaters, these are people that worship or do anything else besides worshiping the Lord. These are Israelites, okay? So in the situation, the context we're looking at in this day and time, we're talking about people that believe in asexual, pronouns, LGBTQ. That's their God. That's what they believe in. Christianity. That's what Christianity accepts homosexualities and pedophiles. Anybody remember Eddie Long? You know you don't know who Eddie Long is? Eddie Long was this preacher in Atlanta. He used to work out, be kind of swole, used to wear these tight suits and stuff, right? Come to find out, he been having all these relationship with young boys. A lot of young boys, always around him. He been having sexual relationships with them. Time goes by, he started getting skinny. They said that's because he's eating plant-based foods and stuff, right? Then he dies. Come to find out, he had full-blown AIDS. The Lord cursed him for committing pedophilia in the Christian church. Here's the kicker. Everybody in the Christian church knew it. What did they do?
Pray for him.
I've been doing this all class. It's like their music keep going.
Didn't they go to Creflo?
Nuh-uh. What does this mean? Accepted it. Why? Why do they accept pedophilia in the Christian church?
They can't keep seeing it. It's in the cycle.
It keeps going. It don't never stop. Go ahead.
A lot of it became normal to them.
Yes, exactly. Because there's video, and you can look it up. Look up. How could you word it? Confessions of sexual abuse in the church. Google that one. Google that for homework today. When you get to the crib, you get bored, Google that. Confessions of sexual abuse in the church. Watch how many people confess about that preacher used to have sex with me when I was 10, and he did it for 10 years. No, he did it for 5 years, and I'm sick of it. And these people are 30 and 40 years old, and they just in the congregation like, I can't take this no more. Who hand up first? Go ahead, young man. I'll let you get it. Go ahead.
So, this might be like a sidebar, but it's still related to the Alan Walker.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Johns Hopkins hired him, right?
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is, it's not easy to get into Johns Hopkins. It says the acceptance rate at Johns Hopkins is 11.5%. For every 100 applicants, only 12 are admitted.
Good night.
God damn.
You heard the brother said, people didn't hear out there. He said that it's not hard, it's not easy to get into Johns Hopkins. For every 100 that apply to Johns Hopkins, I think you said 10?
Only 12.
Only 12 are accepted. So that lets you know they had to have him in there. They pulled him in. He probably didn't have to apply. They pulled him in there. You had your hand up, brother.
I was going to speak on the Eddie Long situation.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't then his members leave first? They went to Creflo Dollar Church. Then Creflo Dollar told him to go back.
So did. Yep. After that happened, after it came out, his part of his congregation went to Creflo Dollar, another crooked Christian. But Creflo Dollar told him, hey, man, y'all need to follow that brother. He needs y'all right now. It's a low point in his life. He's still a man of God.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't come to me, you go to him. So at that, he country as hell. He talk like this. I'm Texas boy. Y'all go back to him. Why he saying that? Because he accepted it. So that's brotherhood in the Christian church. He having sex with children. Hey, you stay with that man. You don't come over here. I got my own money. You keep money in his pocket. Go ahead.
I was finna, y'all said he accepted. I was finna say he probably sent him back because they want them running him hot.
I mean, it could be, but I'm gonna tell you what it really is they're a clique, they're a group, they're an organization. There's the Christian church. All those leaders that you see, Creflo Dollar, Eddie Long at the time, TD Jakes, they all up under I think his name is Kenneth Copeland. Even the big preacher here in Nashville, Bishop Walker, they all report to a certain organization, and that's where they get their orders from. That's why they all was shut down for COVID at the same time.
And it's like, don't preachers also all have to have the same doctrine? They all get that preacher license or something, right?
Yep.
And they gotta learn. Is it any black church that got a black Jesus at all?
I think if it is, it's because of us. Because we was the only one teaching it. So like over time, some Christian churches, I think the one out north, Jefferson Street, they got a black Christ, but it's just because when you keep hitting them with truth, all of a sudden they start switching it up because they like, all right, we look like we lying, so they got to fix it up. But they all take orders from they're all up under the same umbrella, just like LGBTQ.
Like I was also gonna say, the Muslims too. Well, Elijah Muhammad, he had all them little girls and stuff pregnant.
Yeah, he sure did, and I think that's what Malcolm X had an issue with. Yeah, and he took it out to the public instead of addressing him. He took it out to the public, and I think that's why they say they knocked him off, because they was making him look bad.
Malcolm X had his own daughters though. That's why he did that. He had his own daughters. Some type of way.
Yeah, because it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be messing with no little young girls like that, bro. Because like young girls are very vulnerable, and if you're a grown man, you know how to run game. So it's very unfair. They're almost, and what a lot of preachers do is they use their in a Christian church, the preacher's almost seen like he's like a father. So they use that relationship to almost make the girl feel like she's supposed to do this, or the boy, because they look up to you. So they're going to do it, and even if they don't feel like it's right, they don't want to let you down or make you mad. And they use that. That's how wicked they are. You know what I'm saying? But keep reading, bro.
Oh, okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 8. Neither let us commit fornication.
Let us what?
Commit fornication.
So, well, we'll go ahead. Keep reading. We'll get to it.
As some of them committed and fell in one day 320,000.
So now that's a lot of people that fell for that wicked thing of fornication. What's the definition of fornication?
Unlawful sex.
Very good. In this situation, what is it? In this context we talking about tonight. Pedophilia. So pedophilia is wrong because it's fornication, because it's unlawful sex. You are not to have sex with children ever. I don't care what the situation is. It is a law. Fornication is the law that is being broken, that you would do. So us as Israelites, we know not to have sex with children. It is fornication. All right. Deuteronomy 11 and 31. Everybody understood that though? Breakdown. Okay, let's go to the next one.
11 and 31.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 31. I can get it.
Hold on 1 second. Make sure that's for you. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Hold on. Is it 21? No, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. I think I gave you the wrong one on that one. Oh, Salaki. Go to 12 and 31. Salaki.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Salaki. Yeah, that's a correction. Make sure I correct that. Salaki, I can. 12 and 31.
Yeah, it's 12 and 31.
Yeah, I know it is.
I was just helping them.
We got it. Come on, let's go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 31. I can get it. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God.
Now, this is what we shall not do against the Most High. Go ahead.
For every abomination to the Lord, which he hateth.
Now, that's proof to you, to anybody, what abomination is. That's showing you what abomination is. It's something the Lord hates. All right? Just so you know. Keep going.
Have they done unto their gods? For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Now, what is that? Now, this is talking about heathens, what they have done, and also what we have done following them. Anybody know what this refers to? I brought this up in class a while back.
Put them in the fire.
That's right. Very good. Give them a hand. Very good. Now, they were putting them in the fire to those guys. Why?
Would be to satisfy they God.
Right. Yeah, exactly what the scriptures say. They sacrifice them to their gods. Now, for us to participate or accept, I should say accept, not participate, to accept pedophilia, it's like taking our sons and daughters and putting them in the fire to a god. Because the Most High does what? What did it say in the first part of the scripture?
Like he hated.
He hates what?
That abomination.
He hates. Well, it's like, let me say it like this. It's an abomination to the Lord, which means he what?
Hates.
It means he hates it. Hates what? Anytime we sacrificing our sons and daughters for us to allow them to be, for us to accept pedophilia is us allowing another nation for us to accept what they want, what they belief is. That God, that Molech for them is pedophilia. That's what they worship. That's what they believe in. For us to take on to that is an abomination to the Lord. If that makes sense. I explained that good enough? Y'all understand it? Okay. I don't want to confuse you. Read it one more time now. You got that understanding. Let's read that one more time.
This book Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God, for every abomination to the Lord which he hateth have they done unto their gods.
Now you see that part? That's key right there. All the things that they do with their God is an abomination to the Lord, meaning he hates it. So the Lord is telling us that we can't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do these heinous, evil, wicked things. Not even just pedophilia, but every evil thing that they do. We cannot do that. He hates it. Keep going.
For even their sons and their daughters, they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Even they have sex with their children. They'll sacrifice their children. They'll abort their children. Hell, white supremacy don't even like kids. They don't even like having children. They rather get them a condo, have no yard. Instead of a child, they get a little dog. Where are these babies at? They in them Judite homes, Issachar homes, Gad. That's where the babies at. All right. Let's get Joshua 24 and 20. And it's another one, just to, it's basically another precept to the one we just talked about. You can get it.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 20. Akim got it?
Come.
It's right after Deuteronomy.
Kind of.
But not too far. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 20. If ye forsake the Lord and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt.
Eddie Long. Uh-oh. Read it again.
Khan from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Khan. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 20. If ye forsake the Lord and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you.
And what?
Consume you.
What's that mean? Not only will the Lord hurt you, he'll consume you. What's that mean?
Destroy your body and soul.
He'll kill you.
Kind.
That was the judgment for Eddie Long. Why? For worshiping strange gods. What do you mean, Ashok? He ain't worshiping no strange God. Yeah, he did. He wasn't worshiping the Lord that we serve. Our Lord don't allow pedophilia. He don't allow taking advantage of our brothers and sisters, their children, stealing from our brothers and sisters' money. Lord don't allow that. So for you doing that, he gonna hurt you. And in some situations, he'll consume you. He'll kill you. Keep going.
Khan. After that, he have done you good.
Remember that one. What that mean?
Him, judging you is justified. Because you decided you wanted to go against God and worship another God and commit these abominations.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord hated the abomination, so therefore he will judge you and he will kill you.
He'll judge you, deliver punishment.
And he will kill you. So
There's some situations hurt you or kill you. And then after that, you use the good word. You said be justified. This should be expected. This is a good thing. Everybody understand that? That's the Lord saying that. This is a good thing. He has done you well. He gave you what you deserve, Eddie Long. I know that pissed Christians off. Say that. Like anytime you talk to a Christian and they bring up Eddie Long, if you ever hear that name, well, he was a great man. Now the Lord killed him with AIDS. He deserved that too. He judged him well. Or MLK. MLK did nothing for black people. You want to piss off a Christian, say that. they get mad real quick. All right. Let's get to you had your hand up, brother?
when I say this, do I say the Lord will judge you, consume you, and kill you, or do I say?
Well, just say to understand it for the wickedness that people do. The Lord will judge and deliver his punishment. That will hurt and kill you. While he's finishing that up, somebody give me Hebrews 12. And no, you know what? For time's sake, just give me Joel 3:3. This is a straight go-to. You can go straight here. This scripture right here is heavy, man. This speaks directly. Put a star by this and make sure you highlight this one in your Bible. Joel 3:3. This speaks straight to pedophilia in the Bible, man. Straight up.
Oh yeah, this scripture. Wow.
Speaks directly to it.
Oh, kind of got it.
Yeah, about ready?
Come on.
Yeah, I still need some time. Okay. Somebody get Joel 3:3. Let's get it.
Come on. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they have cast lots for my people, and had given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for a wine.
Now, let's read that from the top again.
Come on. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they have cast lots for my people.
What's that mean, to cast lots? Anybody know what that is?
Would it be to gather your people?
What does it mean to cast lots?
Would it be gamble?
It's what the priests used to do when they used to come up with decisions. They used to have something similar to dice. They should shake these dice, and they would come up with decisions based on those dice. Those are casting lots. Now, if you cast lots read the scripture again, Select. I'll say it right.
Joel 3:3.
Mm-hmm.
And they have cast lots for my people.
How do you cast lots for a people?
Throwing stuff out.
Would it be deciding their fate or deciding what happens with their life?
You're not wrong, but I want y'all to home in more on the class. How would you cast lots for people dealing with pedophilia?
Would it be say accept another person's decision to accept people being attracted to minors, or accept people that just in pedophilia?
Say again. You said accepting it?
Would it be to accept pedophilia? Like,
what you got?
Pushing the ideology.
Y'all ain't wrong. Officer Hakala, what you got?
Casting lots. You basically casting lots decide what's going to happen to this person. Like casting lots, like the scripture says, you casting lots for a boy for a harlot. So you casting lots, you for a boy for a harlot. So you basically selling this boy for a harlot, or you selling a harlot for a boy.
So casting lots is when you okay. Let's say you take dice and you go to a casino. You go to a casino and you shake the dice. What are you doing when you shake the dice? When you throw the dice on the table? What does that do when the dice come out and they stop? What's that show everybody? You got a 5 and a 2. What's that show everybody?
When you hit, it's like
either craps or you hit for your money.
What's that show everybody? I got the dice, I shake them. It's a 5 and a 2.
Show your luck.
That show your decision.
That shows what I'm putting on the table. Now I got a 5 and a 2. This is my deal. So then the dealer sees he got a 5 and a 2. What this is a risk that you're taking. So the dealer's like, oh, you put up $5. You put up $20. And he hit his point. So I have to give him this amount of money. What is going on right here? This is a deal. We're making a deal right now. I agree to throw these dice on the table based on what comes up. I got money on the table, and if I hit, then you got to give me a certain amount of money. If I don't hit, if I hit the 5 and the 2, and let's say I hit 3-3 first, and then I hit a 5 and a 2, what happens? So that means now I gotta lose that money. So this is a deal that we're making amongst each other. Now, read that scripture again.
Come. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot.
Stop right there. What does that mean? Based on what I just told
They made a deal they made a deal to give a boy for Harlem.
They're making deals with us. We're the product. Remember I said that earlier? Remember the sex slave trade? To the heathens, to white supremacy, we product. And what is the product? Us. So now they taking our little boys. And what is a harlot?
A whore.
It's a what?
A whore.
It's a whore. What that scripture say again?
They have cast lots of my people and have given a boy for an harlot.
Stop right there. They have made deals amongst themselves to make our children, our boys, whores. You can look in the time of slavery. You can look when they would take our little boys and molest them. They would make our little boys have sex with sometimes their own mother to get a certain type of breed of a slave. They would take our children, our little girls, and have them. Anybody heard the term bed wench? You know what that is? Hold on. Let me ask.
Sleeping with somebody of another race.
It's basically sleeping with the slave master.
What do you mean though? Like, what's the definition of a bed wench?
Like, the bed wench is basically that's
Here's what it is.
I forgot. It's a term in college.
Here's what it is. A bed wench is, okay, I own this plantation. We white people. I own this plantation. You my guest for the evening. We sit up, I show you my plantation, how much money I'm making. You're having a good time, we drinking. It's nighttime. We done got drunk. We're gonna continue in the morning. I'm glad you came. Look, man, my slave gonna show you to your room. In about 15 minutes, I'm gonna send up a bed wench. You're gonna be like, oh, for real? Yeah, I got you, man. I told you you're gonna have a good time down here. I'll send you up to your room. A little girl, anywhere from about 6 to 13, no more than 15. So then you can just cuddle up with her, stay warm, or you can have sex with her. We've been going through this for a long time. Even before that, in the time of the Bible, ancient times, to where they put it in the Bible. A boy for a harlot, that's only one thing that could mean. Keep reading.
Come. And sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
And we partying, we having a good time. You come bring me some drinks, I give you girls. That's how much we don't mean anything to them. Our children mean nothing to them. A little girl is worth a drink. That's them casting lots for our people, for our children. They making deals to make them into whores and trading them for drinks, for anything. All right? That's pedophilia right there in your face. I'm gonna give you one more. Go ahead, bro.
It say right here, Grecians. Is that the Greek people? Greek?
Mm-hmm. Grecians. Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's like.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Hebrews 12. We're gonna get. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I want y'all. Let me give y'all some homework. I want y'all to look up Hebrews 12. And I want you to read 5 through 16.
I have it right. I have it right.
No, I'm gonna have y'all read that at home. When y'all get home, I want y'all to read that. I want you to bring that back Thursday. 5 through 16. And I want to see if you can learn, see if you can get an understanding for what that means. All right. Because that's going to be what you have to have in order for us to teach our people and for you to understand how we have to stay in the law and obey the law. All right. 5 through 16. And I'm going to give y'all a breakdown for it. It's very, very important.
You gonna do a part 2 of this?
No, that's the main precepts you need. But I just want y'all to do some studying, man. I just want y'all to really read that Bible and study it. You know, I got a gang load of precepts. I still got some to study myself. But the only way I did it, how did I do it? When I was a young man like you, what was I doing? I was studying, writing down precepts, writing a little something in parentheses, something like that. Like I just gave you, I would write Hebrews 5 through 16. Got to study, find a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So then when you become priest and you start teaching, brother, you ain't got to worry about being confounded, being confused when you battle, you having some kind of fear of getting tripped up or somebody cutting you. Man, you gonna have all the weapons you need. You understand? Only way you gonna what's somebody give me real quick 2 Timothy, I think it's 2:15. Give me that real quick. Real fast. This will be how you're gonna do well in understanding the Bible. Go ahead and read.
Come on. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Study to shew thyself approved unto God.
Shew means show. Read that again.
Study to shew thyself approved unto God.
Mm-hmm.
A workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Let me tell you something, man. You better study. You want to understand this Bible? Study, man. Study. Don't just take the things we telling you for granted. When I tell you to take that home and read it, you ain't got to do it tonight, of course. But when you get free time, you just chilling, read them scriptures. And then think about it. Try to understand it. Go to the notes that you have. Try to pair up scriptures to it to make sense of it. And if you don't get it, bring it back. I'm gonna go over it anyway next week. But I'm just telling you how to study. And then what's the second part of it? See, people don't talk about the second part of it. What's it say again? It says study to show thyself approved and what?
Come. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
You gotta be ashamed of being a hard worker. It's cool to be a nerd, especially in here. Be very studious. All right. That's why I want you to see that scripture, man. It's study. It's a very good thing to study this Bible. Y'all see us battling in camp? Now, when you battle in camp, do you know what this person gonna say? No, you have no idea. Now, do you know what you gonna say? Yeah, you're gonna know what you go. Yeah, you know exactly what you're gonna say. That's why it don't matter what they gonna say, because you know exactly what you're gonna say. You know how to deal with any situation, any topic they come up with. They try to come up with some angle. They just think they got you. They will not be able to measure up to you. But what will you have to be able to do in order to battle?
Study.
You have to study to what?
To know the scripture.
To know the scripture. Study to show thyself approved. Everybody understand? All right. I'm gonna let y'all go with that. Remember to study that Hebrews. What I say?
Hebrews 12, verse
5 through 16. Study that. Then we're gonna I'm gonna tackle that particular scripture next week. And then we're going to the next topic. Everybody understand? All right, man. With that, I pass the class off to Priest Officer Hakwala.
ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother sister. When a new brother sister comes into school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, If a brother or sister is interested in a particular person, he or she must keep permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months with a brother or sister. There's another 6 months with a brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. And these 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give it to the treasury department of teaching. Priest fund, free will also for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the memorial blowing the trumpets. Friday, September 15. You can find the book of Leviticus, chapter 21. Chapter 23, verses 24 and 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start with all black. Boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Major, we stand. All men of Israel won't get one courteous salute. Amada Shabbat, Major, Rock. Yahweh Shema Shabbat. Yadamata, dismiss.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls if it falls through. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. The colder than the avalanche, way above average. Offense taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara just left the State Bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.